Have you ever landed on a web page and it just felt like a puzzle you had to solve? Just a random list of words and dates and links? Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. We are going on a digital dig, using one single cryptic sitemap to piece together the human story that's hiding inside the code. So this is the big question, right? What is Atchinson? At first glance, it's just a name, a digital ghost. But this sitemap, this is our treasure map. And together, we're going to follow the clues and see exactly what it leads to. Let's start by looking at the raw evidence. Okay, so here are our first clues. And honestly, it's a total jumble. You've got names of Bible books like Galatians, groups called Young at Heart, things like Men's Breakfast, and a bunch of dates. By itself, it's pretty much chaos. So let's do what any good detective would do. We're going to sort through the mess and start looking for a pattern. All right, our investigation officially begins now. The key to solving any puzzle is just finding that first thread, that first pattern. So let's sift through all this data and see if we can figure out the core purpose behind this whole Atchinson thing. And whoa, look at that. The second we organize the chaos, a really clear picture starts to form. We can see these distinct study groups, and each one is focused on something specific, from the book of Ephesians to general Sunday lessons. This isn't random at all. This is a curriculum. We've just uncovered a place built for structured learning. And this isn't just surface-level learning either. It's incredibly focused. They're not just doing general Bible study. It looks like they're doing a serious deep dive into specific texts. Revelation, Proverbs, Galatians, Ephesians, these seem to be the core pillars. So, okay, we've found a digital classroom. But is that the whole story? I don't think so. Our investigation is starting to suggest that Atchinson is much more than just a school. Hidden between all the lesson plans, there are clues that point to a living, breathing community. It's about connections between people. I mean, just look at this. The site actually carves out specific spaces for different people. You've got the men's Bible study, a section for women, and then this group called Young at Heart. This tells us we're looking at a diverse, multi-generational community where everybody seems to have a place to belong. And those connections go way beyond the classroom. The sitemap shows this really cool flow from the formal study stuff right into social gatherings like a men's breakfast, and even big community events like a 4th of July party. And here's the crucial takeaway, right? They don't just learn together, they actually do life together. Now, this is where our digital dig takes a really strange turn. As we were analyzing all the clues, one little detail kept popping up, over and over again. A very, very curious pattern in all the dates. Every single scheduled date that we could find, for every class, for every group, is set in the year 2025. Not 2024, not 2023. We are literally looking at a calendar of events that haven't even happened yet. It's like a glimpse into the future. What in the world does that mean? Well, we have two main theories. On one hand, this could be a sign of some seriously meticulous planners. I mean, a community so organized, they have their entire curriculum mapped out a year in advance? Wow. Imagine that level of dedication. On the other hand, it might just be a simple digital placeholder. You see that all the time when a website is under construction. So are they visionaries or are they builders? Either way, it tells a story of real intention. So we've analyzed the structure, we've looked at the groups, and we've puzzled over that bizarre timeline. But there is one last layer to our investigation. It's time we move past the data and try to find the actual human heart of Atchinson. And then we found this. Tucked away among all the schedules and all the study guides were these two simple words, pray for. Now, this isn't a class, it's not an event. This is the deepest, most human element we've found. It speaks to mutual care, to support, and to a shared sense of faith. So when you assemble all of these clues, the study groups, the social events, all that forward planning, and especially those calls for prayer, it all points to one thing: community. This digital blueprint represents a real group of people who are connected in all these different ways. And finally, this. A phone number, an email for somebody named Gary. This grounds everything we've discovered in reality. That human heart we were looking for, well, it has a name and a number. Atchison isn't some abstract idea. It's a real place with real people that you can actually get in touch with. So what is Atchinson? Well, our digital dig is complete. It's not just a website, it's the digital blueprint of an active, multi-generational faith community. It's a place for learning, for fellowship, and for support, and it looks like it's all meticulously planned for the future. We pieced this entire story together from just a simple list of links. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If someone were to do a digital dig on your online presence, what story would your footprint tell about you?